You know, this work is very specific and is created for this place, for this show in Palazzo Fortuny called Intuition. And they are crystal structures, and the piece is interactive, so that we are expecting the public participation that, you know, two people can use in the same time. And I've been working with the crystal since 1989, and thinking that have a certain energy. And to me, I give the tools to the public to interact with these structures in order to actually can feel energy coming from the crystals. And not just, you know, the crystals, I believe, have the power, but also scientists these days proving the same thing, that the crystals are simplified computers of our planet. So the crystals come from Brazil, and they come from the mines in Minas Gerais, and I went to the mines myself, and I actually took crystals out of the mines, because I think it's very important to see them, to feel them, and to create right object, you know, the size and the measure for this particular piece. And to me, its participation of the public is important, because this piece is performative. As you know, I come from performance background and do performances, but I was thinking that in this moment of my life, it's important to give tools to the public that actually can do performance themselves and see how they can get their own personal experience. You have to stand there and feel yourself and then tell me how you feel. Because if I tell you what I feel is irrelevant, it's important the public feelings. So for me it will be really important when the show opened to interview the public what they actually feel. Because everybody will feel different. It's very personal, you know, kind of opinion about this work. You know, it's very simple. I'm giving you the object and you have to give me the time. And as much time you give to me, the more experience you get. So it's a fair exchange. You don't give me time, you don't experience anything. I said a long time ago that the future of art is the you know, art without objects. There is no anything between the public and the artist. It's just exchange of pure energy. But these pieces are not the sculptures. I call them transitory objects. So we are in the transitory period. Before this really happened, we are creating transitory objects who actually can deliver this experience, and when the public feel experience, the object can be removed. And it's not any more important, because public can, you know, come to their own transformation, so we don't need the object. So transitory is very important, the word. It's not a sculpture, it's a transitory object. It's a tool, like anything. You know, you have the watch to look the time, you have this object to get energy. You know, when you know the time, you don't look the watch. You don't, when you have the energy, you don't need this piece. You know, I'm doing this work since 1989, but people know much more about my performances than this. But right now I have a very large show in the Modern Museum in Stockholm. It's going to Louisiana and to different museums, where actually I show these transitory objects so the public can see them. And this is the concept that's continue. You know, and I really like to work with the large communities. You know, this space is very limited here, so only 5 objects, but I can create this, you know, the spaces for stadium, for very large amount of public can participate in the same time. We are right now in negotiation with the Shanghai, the power plant museum, to make very large show there. So I think that probably will be this year or end of this year or next year. We are working on the concept, and that, as you know, especially in China, this is such a huge number of people. So I'm really looking for the very, very large participation, and then we have to create lots of these objects to see how the Chinese will react. But you know, you have lots of roots in Buddhist culture, so it could be much more easier for you in order to concentrate than into Western public.